So we start for the question number 3. So the question number 3 is what are the difference between DDR1, DDR2, DDR3, and DDR4? So the DDR1 is developed at the year 2000, have the two transfer per clock, typically have 200 and 400 megahertz. The bandwidth is 1.6 gigabyte, the voltage is 2.5, and have the 184 pins. Now, I want to, like the basic data I already show you in the PowerPoint here is the main difference between DDR1, DDR2, DDR3, and DDR4. Basically, they have the sequential release that make it like from DDR1 until DDR4 have like an upgrade for each generation. Like what I say that the DDR1 have 2 transfer per clock, DDR2 gonna have the 4 transfer clock, and DDR3 have the 8 transfer clock, and DDR4 have 8 transfer clock. Now, we can directly see that between DDR1 and DDR2 until DDR3 have basically like incremental uh, upgrade for the transfer per clock. But from DDR3 and DDR5, they have basically have the same transfer per clock. But there are a difference in the basically the typical clock speed itself. For DDR4, even the minimum of the clock speed is the highest of DDR3. So it's a massive upgrade, even though the transfer per clock is still the same. And also they have upgraded the bandwidth. For example, the DDR3 is 17 gigabytes per second and DDR4 have 25 plus gigabyte per second. And DDR4, for example, also have the lower power. That means that for the each generation, the power generated by the DDR memory itself become lower and lower and become more efficient. They also have, again, more bandwidth, less power, and better efficiency. Basically, the upgrade for every generation. And this is need to be reminded that each DDR generation is not backward compatible. It means they have different pin count and voltage. And for the recent trend, we have DDR5 is 2021 release, I think. That actually support like 4,000 4,800 until 8,000 uh, megahertz, I think, because it's supposed to be like the double and also have double bandwidth of DDR4. So it's basically like 50 gigabytes per second bandwidth. So I think that's all the main difference of the DDR memory. Thank you.